Tariq.
I'm Liam.
I'm Riz.
And welcome to our very first attempt at the full-time banter show. We hope you'll join us each week. We hope it's the first of many to come, and hopefully you can join in with your comments, ideas and suggestions, which we'd really appreciate.
Yep, each week we're going to be trying to bring you Banterfield editions, covering lots of topics such as
Football, so football from the Premier League, the Champions League and international scene as well, so watch this space.
Yep, we're also going to be covering films and movies, such as your favourite genres, directors, what type of films you like, if you've got any favourite actors or actresses, and we want to hear from you guys as well.
Definitely.
I'm going to be sharing ours with you. But most importantly, I think, if you know anything about us, the three of us, you'll know we're mad about Fantasy League, Fantasy Football League, Fantasy FPL, whatever you want to call it. And that most likely will take up the bulk of our show because we could talk about it all night, and we intend to. Yeah? Okay, so without further ado then, I think first off we're going to start with our football chat, and we can't go anywhere else. I think we've got to go straight into the obvious, England and the World Cup.
Definitely.
Yeah, so I mean, what's everyone's thoughts? First of all, you've all been watching the tournament. What have you made of it, of England's progression? Was it good? Was it fair? Was it mediocre? The tournament itself, whatever you want to talk about.
I mean, to be honest with yourself, from a personal point of view, I'd never had any expectations for England, and I think that's probably the majority of the nation. And if anyone else is saying otherwise, then they must know something that I didn't know at the early starts of this tournament. But they surprised us. You know, they've got a nation hooked on football once more, and all these songs coming out, it's coming home. It was like really entertaining, and we've got where we needed to be for the first time in a long time. So.
Well, I'm going to let you into a little secret and show my age as well. Football's Coming Home was out, wasn't it? I was 16. So it's from 1996, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe a bit older. Yeah, I watched Terry Venable's team get knocked out by the Germans.
Yes, I was only 6 at the time, so I don't remember that.
Personally, like you're saying, no expectations. I think it was that down to the nation being underwhelmed by the appointment of Gareth Southgate, because when he came in, again, personally, I felt it, and I saw he was a younger Roy Hodgson. He was another company man. He was just another yes man.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's come from that corporate thread, so to speak, like you say. Coming on the back of Roy Hodgson.
He's been groomed by the FA, wasn't he?
Yeah.
But you know what? He's done management before. He's been at Borough, so he's done a really good job there, and he's got that experience. He's played for the national team. And sometimes when you're starting from the bottom up, then you've already got that mindset, you've put your own foundations in place, and I think Southgate did that. And in all honesty, Liam, I think you probably agree with us, you took some risks.
Yeah, definitely, especially with the younger players as well, but obviously that's helped with him working with the youth setups.
Yeah.
Like you said, coming through as well. In terms of company man, probably, but that might be more to do with his image.
I think it is. He's just comes across as a safe bet, as Mr. Nice but reliable. Yeah. So, you see, I'm not. Do we put the progress? What do we put that down to then? Is it we had the easy route? Is it because I gotta say it already? Was it a freak World Cup? Yeah, none of the big boys performed. Yeah.
So our viewers, just watch out for this word coming up.
Freak weeks.
Every week, yeah.
I'll let you know when they come around.
We'll
when
let
the
you
freak
know
weeks
more
happen.
about the freak weeks, but in regards to that.
So was it an easy route? Was it an odd World Cup, or is it all down to Gareth Southgate? Because you watched him, Riz. I remember you talking about under 21s. You followed a lot.
Yeah.
And he's obviously carried that. He knows how to work with the youth.
Definitely. You know what? One of the biggest things people talk about football management is being a people person. Now Southgate has that knack to put his arm around your shoulder. You know what? Listen, kid. I know you're probably developing at the moment, but I want you to be at the next stage. I'm going to help you progress. He's giving them the niceties, but at the same time he's saying, look, there's consequences. If you don't develop to the player that I want you to be, potentially you're going to be at the squad. Now, we're talking about these young players. He's taking the risk on taking Rashford there. Okay, Loftus-Cheek. How many of you would have thought from Loftus-Cheek being out loan to Crystal Palace that he would have made the national team?
Yeah.
This is it, and looking at all three keepers as well, who'd have thought?
Pope.
Yeah, and at one point Butland was highlighted as a number one.
Was there as well.
Yeah, I mean, what do you think, Liam?
Yeah, I don't know. I think it was a freak World Cup. It's bizarre, wasn't it?
Because I'll tell you why I say that. Because the obvious one, the big boys, and I'm going to name who I consider the big boys: France, Italy, Spain, Germany, Holland, Argentina, Brazil.
Yeah.
Anyone on top of that? I'd say those are the.
Belgium.
No.
In the rankings, you look at the rankings.
No, I'm talking historically.
Okay,
you know how we talk about in the league the top 4, now the top 6.
Yeah.
Those I consider the big boys.
Yeah.
Every World Cup,
every World Cup.
There.
Yeah, in the latter stages, I do not count England as being one of the big boys, even though so many pundits, off the back of the 1966 win, which I'm going to upset a few people. If VAR had been around, I question whether we would have won that World Cup.
No, valid point.
But then again, if VAR was around, would Maradona's goal stood?
True.
Would he have progressed?
Fantastic.
Good
point.
If VAR was around, would Lampard's
goal against Germany? Yeah,
where would we be?
Would have been much further.
There's ifs and buts, but.
But the point I was making was the big boys failed to perform. I backed Germany. I always backed Germany.
I know you did.
How
horribly wrong did you?
No, quite horribly wrong.
I love the Germans because I don't know what it is. I think I've got a bit of a design background, so I love the philosophy, Bauhaus. If anyone's familiar with Bauhaus, something's got to work before you worry about what it looks like. And the Germans always did that. They're a machine. They're efficient. But what happened? Yes, what happened? Yeah. They didn't perform. Argentina collapsed. Brazil snuck through, and I think France have done the same.
Yeah, France. I don't think France have got out of second gear yet.
I think, to be honest with you, this game against Argentina, France did get out of second gear. I mean, I'll probably disagree on that, saying that they didn't, but to come back in the way they did, taking the lead, going 2-1 down, winning it 4-2. But what France have done, what other teams, in my opinion, haven't done so far, is they've been professional. They've known the job in hand.
They've known how to grind it out.
Yeah.
If you look at the league, we talk about the league, and the league's a marathon, and you look about the World Cup and you use this term, it's a sprint. Now you got to be shrewd enough to understand, how can I win knockout football?
Yeah, you just got to set up to get the result.
And if, Deschamps is at the moment keeping clean sheets, certain times he's playing defensively, but what happens? You don't let a goal in. What do we always say? You don't let a goal in, and you try and
annoyingly, he's doing a Jose, isn't he? Yeah, it's 1-0 to the United.
Yeah.
Again, I'm old enough to remember 1-0 to the Arsenal, but these days it's 1-0 to the United.
But if it wins you the biggest prize in football, how many fans of a nation?
We're gonna have this thing. We're not gonna have this debate about
the right way to play.
Yeah, performance over results or whatever.
Just on the flip side, we'll come back to England in a second. But you tell me, like the World Cup, who do you want to win that anyway?
Of course, not anyway. I don't want to win it dirty. Yeah, that's the only thing I'd say.
Yeah,
I'd win it ugly over winning it dirty.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what Deschamps is definitely doing with the squad he's got.
I don't agree with me.
The squad he's got and the players he's leaving out. You know what I mean? But on that, ironically, playing ugly and Pogba's performing. Yeah, but we're supposed to be talking about England. Yeah, we'll talk about the final in a little while, because my thoughts on England. Yes, young squad. He's carried that mentality through from what the FA I think have been trying to nurture, and they've got it in through him, and he's pushed some of the players he's familiar with from the young. And going forward again, I think there's much more young squad players that he could potentially put in. I mean, we've not got anyone apart from Nick Pope from the Burnley squad. Did fantastically well, and I think there's a younger generation. And I've obviously being a Liverpool fan, being biased, I know there's the academy players at Liverpool are fantastic. They're bound to get a chance. Trent, I think in the final, Trent's going to play. He's going to get the game.
Yeah.
And deserves it. I think it's going to be
a playoff game against Belgium.
Playoff game. Who cares about the playoff game? But it's going to be how ironic that the 2 games against Belgium, England-Belgium, are worthless and meaningless, and they're going to be rotated squads.
Oh no, it isn't. And this is the point. Southgate came out today and he said, "I'm going to make as few changes as possible, because I want to come out with the best team, unless they're injury prone." He doesn't see why they shouldn't sign off this tournament on a high.
Because he's got a phone call. His phone's buzzing from every manager saying, "When's my player coming back? Do you need him? Do you really need him on Saturday?"
Yeah, because they're finished, aren't they? They're not.
Well, having said that though, just on that point though, is even if a club manager rings up and says, "Look, when's my player coming back?" You're not going to disband your squad and say, "Listen, mate, your manager don't want you to play. You go home." Are you not going to watch your team play the third play playoff?
I suppose there isn't that manager in the league who's got, like Fergie would have been on it. and nobody's learnt from Fergie. I think. Oh, there's no one around. Half of them are getting sacked anyway. Yeah, half of them are new.
Yeah. But anyway, so without digressing, I'll come back to England. What you're saying there with the academy, with the Liverpool players, this, that, the other. There are a good few young English players. And like you mentioned, Alexander is one, and he's only 19. 4 years' time, Qatar 2022, that's going to come up. He'll be a maturer player. He would have learned his trade. He would have played against the best players around him. Then,
and for this experience as well. And then I'm going to come up with another one from Swansea. Mawson, the defender, centre-back. He has been phenomenal so far. But I can see him going to a bigger club, and he's going to possibly be part of the England setup. And even in this World Cup, he had experience of Cahill, and he possibly had experience of Smalling and Jones, this, that, the other. But who's the manager on with? Gone with John Stones. Not playing.
Gone with Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
Been brilliant. And who's he brought back? And he's been very clever. Ashley Young, Fabian Delph.
Ashley Young, the most experienced player on the pitch.
So, the manager must be doing his own work somewhere, and that short to get this far into a tournament.
Fair points. Fair point. Agree with that. I'm sorry, Liam. I'm hogging the point. If you've got something to say, just jump in.
You're right. I think as well with the younger players, I think it's quite exciting times because there's a lot that have playing abroad at the minute.
Yeah.
There's about 6 or 7, aged 20 and under. I think
there's more going out. I know. Again, from the Liverpool perspective, they're either wanted or they're going out on loan.
Yeah. Prime example, the one that you're looking for. We were discussing this before. Sancho.
Yeah.
Borussia Dortmund.
Yeah.
And which English team did he decide to reject and go play abroad?
Which one was it?
I think it was
City.
Yeah.
Really?
Man City. And these are players that are good enough to remain in the English league, but they decide
not getting the chances, are they?
We want to play. We want to play football. We want to nurture ourselves. We want to learn the trade. We want to come back as mature players and help either our nation or our clubs.
Yeah, because Foden at City, everybody goes on about, Pep loves him. He's played 45 minutes of football this season.
Yeah, and he came on at the end.
You've got lads abroad at Benfica, Barcelona, Mönchengladbach, Dortmund.
They've got seasons. They've got seasons under their wing.
Well, it's good.
You know what I mean?
But there you've mentioned 2 players. Yeah, we've mentioned Phil Foden. We've mentioned Jadon Sancho, who's at Borussia Dortmund. Ryan Brewster.
Ryan Brewster and Shea Ojo's looking lively in the pre-season so far.
Adamila Lookman, Everton. So
he wants first team. Yeah, he wants
first.
We've
not even touched on one of the fantastic players of the season in the Championship, Ryan Sessegnon.
Young Ryan Sessegnon. Well, we're going to see what he's about, and we're going to talk about him later as well, aren't we? Yeah, exciting times.
He's another one. Yeah. So you've got few players, and listen, we've got the likes of, like we said, Trent Alexander coming up. By the time the next World comes up, he's going to be about 23.
Yeah.
We've got certain players in this squad which is going to be nurtured in friendlies. You've got now the Nations League as well at international football level. The first game up is new management at Spain. So England, Spain.
Here's my problem though, because I've not got a problem with the players. The future's looking bright. The players are coming through. My actual problem is Southgate's development. He needs to learn, because there's a few things I've said. 2 things: system fantastic, because what his positives, what I think he's doing absolutely right. The sum of the parts, the whole is more. He's basically managed to get this group of players to outperform. Because really, personally, I think the final should have been France-Belgium. I know it didn't work out by the route, but those I think have been the 2 best teams. It should have been France-Belgium, and England have got about whereabouts they were going to get. I didn't think they were going to get to the final, and if they did, they were going to lose. The reason for that is because, I'll tell you, the system is playing fantastic. He's getting the most out of those players. But remember when on BBC someone put the select your England squad, and you looked at it and you thought, what a rubbish bunch of players. To be fair, what a completely dispiriting, and we didn't even bother picking it. But my point being that system he's playing with the 1 striker up front, you need the creativity behind, because either when you're playing 1 striker, you're either playing Big Sam way, where you need a battering ram to hold up, and then the players running off him, like Kevin Davis or whatever, or you play the system that you a bit more intelligently with an intelligent striker, but then you need creativity behind him, which we haven't got, because who was it?
The midfield is England's weak point.
When you're relying on Lingard.
Henderson.
And fair enough, Henderson. He's not a creative player anyway. But
this is the thing. But then, we talk about football and how it's developed over time, and you talk about a manager needs to have a plan in place to adapt to different teams. And against Sweden, we've seen that. We've seen the ability to go out and play football. Against Tunisia, within the group stages, we've seen how they can trash teams and go out and play free-flowing football and put teams under pressure. The game against Croatia, first half, I thought England were absolutely fantastic. I thought we were like literally going to win that game. You know, but then complacency set in.
It's a game of two halves.
It is. But then it's like, you know, people talk about why can't England do it consistently, and sometimes I think about the depth in the squad. There's certain players possibly midfield-wise.
Hopefully,
find somewhere.
I'm thinking if Wilshere can do something this season and get back into the
I think it's finished.
No. You think so?
I think it's finished for England. I mean, West Ham. He will possibly get more football time, whether that's going to help him. But all it takes is one more injury.
I know. But is he not
I think
our best creative option? Is there a better creative option?
I'm saying we've been there, we've done that, we've given the hype. Let's go for these younger players.
He's not fulfilled the potential that Arsene Wenger went on for all these years, has he?
Absolutely.
No. If Ox comes back into the squad after his injury, possible. Yeah. But again, Ox isn't a creative player. You know, when I'm thinking creative players, I'm thinking De Bruyne, I'm thinking Silva. Yeah. I'm thinking Muller. Yeah.
I tell you what, I think Phil Foden will fit in that
mould
of player. Mason Mount, you guys probably heard of him at Chelsea, young attacking midfield player.
He's not going to get a chance.
But this is what I'm saying. There's players out there. Right? If we're looking at how old's Wilshere now? 26. About 26. 4 years time he's 30.
Injury prone as well.
You're going to take a 30-year-old to the World Cup. Okay.
Well, let's think about Euros next. We've got Euros coming up, haven't we?
Yeah, but I'm just talking. You've got to look at it. The Euros too soon in terms of development of players. We're talking about 17, 18, 19-year-old players.
Still,
2-year development. Right, great. Maybe take them to the Euros and give them that experience and see the environment like they did with World Cup. See how that goes. But 4 years is what you should be tying, like the Germans did. You know, get ready.
Because they have a plan, don't they?
But again, so I mean that was one of my criticisms with lack of creative players in that system, where because he basically had no service. And what it reminded me of was what me and Riz were talking at the start of the season about Spurs being at Wembley.
Yes.
And you notice how home and away, I don't know if you saw this, they were trying to play two different styles. At home, the Wembley pitch was bigger.
Massive,
and they suddenly started playing down the flanks and trying to get crosses into Harry Kane. Whereas on a narrow pitch, which a lot of the lower league teams, narrow pitches away from home, they were playing to feet.
Playing into
Exactly. And that's what was successful. They were better away from home last season than they were at home. Eventually they caught up, but I think that's been to the detriment of Harry Kane. Why he didn't win the Golden Boot, and why he wasn't as prolific as he was last season.
He's not getting the service.
And the same thing I think happened because we were relying on Trippier and whoever was playing left.
Tell you what, Trippier's been fantastic. Trippier has been...
Barry Beckham, true.
He's probably I think he was on the stats the third most efficient player in terms of creating chances.
Yes.
In terms of what he's doing.
But again, this is it. If you're relying on Kieran Trippier, a wing back, is your most creative player.
But then again, listen, like before the World Cup started, how many of us would have thought possibly Joe Hart going there? How many of us would have thought?
Not me. I'd binned him off.
More experienced players starting left back, right back like Danny Rose, etc. Ahead of Trippier. It's taken time to come in, but the managers made these decisions. Rooney could have still got into that squad, but then he thought, you know what? You get to that age, you're about 32 now.
Sven was around here, he'd still put Rooney in.
Sven would have probably...
Scholes and Beckham as well.
Sven would have probably bought out a few more players from retirement, so that's Sven and Capella, like you said, Liam. But what I'm going to do on this topic here, I'm going to let you have the final say, because in regards with this, we can talk about England
all night
long. So 2 questions from me to you, Liam, is... Do you think we should continue with Gareth Southgate and let him develop the team up until the next major tournament and the one after that, World Cup? And who do you see being potential for England coming up in the next 2 to 4 years? Who would you favour?
The players.
What kind of players have you got in mind?
Well, definitely stick with Southgate. I think anybody that wants to get rid of him is talking rubbish at the moment in time.
Yes.
Because
there's a lack of a better option, isn't there?
There isn't a better option, and to be honest, the way he's captured the public's imagination, I don't know who would want somebody else at this moment in time.
Absolutely.
You know, he's probably got the highest approval ratings ever for an
he has.
That's Theresa May at the moment.
Well, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
He's unified a nation. Yeah.
Well, we're definitely not Brexiting out from him.
No, we're going to keep him, definitely.
But yeah, I think in both cases there's potential for players and the manager, but both need to improve. And I don't think it would. Sorry, I know we said Liam has the final say, but I've got too much to say. His substitutions again predictable, and because he changed like for like, and in all the games he changed the same players.
That always winds me up.
And he left it so late because his game management, his tactical periodization needs work as well.
I would agree with you on that extent. The only criticism that I have of Southgate, I think a couple of times he's made the wrong decision in continuing and having faith with Sterling, in my opinion. Where,
he was tired in that last game.
You know,
they all were.
You could have possibly had Rashford. You could have tried a different angle with it. You could have possibly
different
gone,
approach.
Vardy up front with Kane, take a bit of pressure off Kane. Vardy can hold the ball up, play him through, give him another outlet, maybe try something different. And I felt that's where. But I can understand as well in the same term because Sterling's got pace. Run through it. Sterling plays slightly different to Rashford. Rashford's likes to be more central. He likes to go inside.
Rashford makes straight runs as well, though. Rashford needs to develop his game.
Yeah,
he runs in straight lines.
Needs to play more.
Yeah, you know, both at
United need to play them. Yeah.
And also but you will do. You know what? He's 18, 19. You can't expect an 18, 19-year-old kid to end up playing 25, 30 games of the season. You know, when it depends on that.
So yeah, nice. Well said, Liam.
Nice, my last word there, lads. Thank you.
Okay, right.
Took the words right out of my mouth.
Hey, okay. Anyway, well, let us know your thoughts. We're on Twitter. We're at Football Banter 7. So make sure you log on there, follow us on there. We'll be putting little updates, little snippets of news, whatever comes along. So make sure you follow us on there. Like, share, subscribe on the YouTube channel as well, all of that kind of stuff. Give us your feedback. We'd love your criticisms, your feedback, see what we can improve on. And obviously, give us your opinion, your thoughts about England.
Yeah, this is our first one, so by all means, guys, be kind, but also obviously help us out where we can improve, because you're going to be seeing a lot more of us.
Keep us humble.
On that note, Tarek, with your Twitter handle, should let the guys know, is it numeric number 7 or is it just the word 7?
Yes. See, I'm new to this. I don't know about this nonsense. Yeah. Twitter, I open an account and it's an at sign, I know that. Full-time banter. No spaces, no underscores, and the number 7. So at full-time banter 7. Make sure, yeah.
Yeah, we won't revisit his age. He's already mentioned that earlier on in the segment.
Yeah.
So
It's 7, not 47. Anyway, before we finish on the football and move on to the film, got a nice little feature which hopefully everybody can send in their tweets or their comments and suggest. It's Bottle Job of the Week. Yeah.
Bottle job, are you listening?
Bottle job, yes.
Don't let it be
It's a phrase we,
unfortunately, definitely.
Unfortunately, we have to end up using quite a lot. Yeah. But suggestions for Bottle Job of the Week, to kind of give you an idea, my suggestion, which I think I've shared with you, hopefully you agree, this week after Croatia unfortunately knocked England out, Dejan Lovren, Liverpool defender. And yes, I'm a Liverpool fan, but even I can't defend him on this. I can't defend Dejan Lovren.
Defend the undefendable.
Yes, yeah, the undefendable defender.
I'll come back to another point about defending, so I'll show you that a little bit later.
But Dejan Lovren, I think he'd be celebrating a little bit too hard. Don't know what he was on. Yeah, there was a few too many shandies, and came out and said the following day that if Croatia go and win the World Cup, then Luka Modric should be given the Ballon d'Or. Yeah. No, I don't think that's happening. What's he done? I've had him in my World Cup Fantasy League team. He scored 1 goal.
He's missed a penalty. He's conceded me some.
What a joker! Yeah, so he scored a goal and then missed a penalty. Took those points right back. So he's done nothing. So no Ballon d'Or, Dejan Lovren. And
even with 3 Champions Leagues and a World Cup.
Not because he beat England. This is the point he's making. Is he's trying to rub it in like we beat England to get to the final if we win. But no, it's not happening. And on top of that, Dejan Lovren, to make things worse, he says, I should be getting more credit. I'm, one of the best defenders in the world. No, I'm a Liverpool fan. I watch Liverpool. You are not the best defender in Liverpool, mate.
I was going to say that.
Yes. So, no, Dejan Lovren, I don't know, whatever it was. Hopefully you've sobered up and you regret the mistakes you've made. So, on that basis, do we agree?
Therefore, Deja Lovren, my friend, you are the
bottle job.
Week.
Yes. So thank you very much. Send in your suggestions. Get on Twitter if you notice any plonkers out there saying silly things in the world of football or whatever.